arrested by the FBI, the mayor of Arcadia, this Chinese communist spy named Wang, who has literally taken over an entire city. The Chinese, and I've been yelling about this on this channel for a number of years, they have infiltrated themselves so deeply into American political society that they are now running American cities, entirely running American cities. Arcadia is a very famous American city here in California, not too far from me. And this woman was reporting directly to the Chinese Communist Party. Everyone under her that she brought in were Chinese communist spies. They were altering and creating websites with fake news, and then luring in anti-communist Chinese in America who clicked on the website, and then the Chinese knew who they were by clicking on this Chinese government website that she created to lure in dissidents so their families could be arrested in China. This woman has now pled out to one stinking FARA count, which they're bragging is a 10-year imprisonment. She will get nothing, Eric. I predict she will get absolutely nothing. And she pled to a one count of a FARA violation.
Didn't she also help them set up one of their bullshit police stations?
No, that's someone else. That's Becky. That's another. That's another story. Okay. No, I sent you that story because that guy's on trial in New York right now. It's two separate stories. The guy who did that, also a Chinese, I can't even keep up with this anymore. This guy was a Chinese communist spy who set up the police station in New York where everybody mocked me saying, yeah, sure, there's a Chinese communist police station in New York, is on trial right now in New York. What happens with these people, unfortunately, by the way, one of Wang's conspirators ratted her out to a cellmate, which is how, you know how they put a cell guy in to hear what you're talking about? They placed an informer in the cell with her campaign manager who had been arrested, and he bragged how their operation, that their FBI is involved with this thing, and they're 100 times better than our FBI. This is from the informer placed in the cell of Wang's director of operations. You can't make this up.
I'm so blown away. Hasn't anyone ever watched television?
No.
Every Law and Order, every, like whatever crime show, they always have a snitch. If anybody is in a cell next to you and talking to you, it's a snitch, but they fall for it every damn time.
Chinese American man cultivated ties with Chinese officials for years. This is Li John Wang, 64, community leader and former president of America Chang Li Association, on trial right now in Brooklyn Federal Court as an agent of the Chinese regime for operating a undeclared outpost of China's Ministry of Public Security, aka a police station, on U.S. soil. Liu, also known as Harry Liu, worked with Chinese security for years. Said the DA, his name is Rangel, a woman, Antoinette Rangel. She said the police station wasn't his idea or initiative, and that ordinary people don't maintain dozens and dozens of contacts with the communists. He opened the outpost of China's police in New York's Chinatown, had extensive connections with China's Ministry of Public Security. His connection to documented in photos. The whole thing is on trial right now. The point of the matter is, they have infiltrated not only our political society, not only the Democratic Party, they've infiltrated the physical culture of the United States with students forced by law, students who are here on student visas from China, to go to the embassy every month and tell them what they've learned. And everybody shrugs going, hey, Mark, why is that a big deal? Why is it a big deal that a mayor of an American city works for the Chinese Communist Party? I'm busy playing golf, Mark. I can't be bothered with this. If the Chinese come in and start shooting, let me know, because I've got a handgun. Give me a fucking break. These people have infiltrated every aspect of American society. This is not an Italian group from Sicily. This is not a German beer company. This is not people from Australia. This is communist Chinese who have taken over the politics of the United States in various cities around the country.
And not
Shocking,
only that,
shocking.
don't leave out their remarkable farmland purchases that happen to be near every military base in the nation.
I'm not even done with it.
So there's so much that
no. I'm not done. The Chinese electric vehicles are being used as telecommunication devices directly back to China. Every camera on every Chinese electric vehicle that drives into a U.S. military base is filming the entire military base and transmitting the footage back to communist China. These are EVs, tens of thousands of them that have been placed in the American market that are being used unbeknownst by the owners as communication of video and audio back to the Communist Party wherever the car goes. Let me repeat this. These are Chinese electric vehicles being used as transmission devices back to the Communist Chinese Party wherever, and the GPS says where it's going. So they know exactly where the car is, what it's filming, and it is being sent directly back to the Chinese Communist Party. Have a great day.
And those of you who are wondering how this is possible, I will break it down using drones, because that's something that I'm into, and everybody's heard about the DJI thing. I'm pretty sure that the Chinese cars are doing the exact same thing that DJI did, which is the government is subsidizing the development and the technology. So these Chinese EV cars are probably very inexpensive. So people will go out and buy the car for a cheap price.
Absolutely.
Because the government is back funding it to get this information, just like drones.
They have flooded the Canadian market. It's every car being bought is an electric Chinese car. They're trying to flood our market with them. They have another agenda. Like you said, it's subsidized by the Communist Chinese Party. And their agenda militarily and spy-wise, these are roving. And the congressman who was on talking about it yesterday on Newsmax said they can force them to crash into all these other cars. They can use them as tanks. They can use them as destructive terrorist vehicles, or they can use them as rolling cameras to record exactly what any military operation would be going on in real time. If we had a military incident with them, these are armored personnel carriers.